Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the show. This is Starlight Beacon Transmissions, episode number 52. Yes, we are now up to 52 episodes. I can't believe that. Wow, it feels like just yesterday we started this journey here. My name is Eric Mitchell. I am one of your hosts. Lavender may or may not be joining us tonight. She's she's having some technical difficulties. Hopefully, she can join us here in a little bit. If not, it's okay. We're still gonna do the show tonight. I have an amazing guest and awesome friend. You may know her from her cosplays, a lot of her Leia and Amidala stuff. This is Aubrey Rosalie.
Yep.
Okay, got
Yeah.
it.
Good.
Anyway, thank you for joining me, Aubrey. This is your second time on the show.
Yeah.
Um, so glad that you had a good time and we didn't scare you away last time.
Oh no. Thank you for having me again.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I figured since you love the prequel trilogy as much as we do, uh,
Oh yeah.
we figured that we would bring you on to talk about our top five prequel trilogy
I'm
era
excited.
characters. Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. So we have that. We are also going to be breaking down tons of news tonight as well. So get ready for that. But before we get into the news, as always, we are going to go through some announcements. And the only announcement that we have is our April RPG show is going to be the beginning of another two-part RPG adventure. And this time we are doing Law and Order Star Wars. Yes. The-
That's creative.
oh yeah, this came up in our last adventure and we were talking about it and we're like, you know what? We have to do this. We have to do this. So our players are going to be playing the police that investigate the crimes, and then a couple of our other players are going to be the district attorneys that prosecute the offenders. And yes, I took that straight from the beginning of the original Law and Order. And yeah, we're just gonna put our spin on it. And honestly, I'm really excited because this is going to be something completely different. I mean, we did bar rescue essentially last year, and now we're doing Law and Order. So, I mean, yeah, it's going to be nuts. It's going to be wild, and it's going to be a lot of fun. So, stay tuned for that. We are going to have a release date for you very, very soon. Hey, Ash, how's it going? Zach, thank you for being here as well. Yes, so we are going to have a premiere date very, very soon for Law and Order Star Wars. Um, I guess I'm going to have to play like the Sam Waterston, Jack McCoy character as like the district attorney, maybe. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? So we have that going on. Other than that, that's it for that's it for that. We're going to start our Star Wars celebration countdown very, very soon. And we're going to be telling you what we're looking forward to. We're actually going to do a big celebration preview show probably in the middle of May, right before celebration. So get ready for that. I'm going to be bringing on John and Joey. Aubrey, if you want to come on for that
Oh
show,
yeah,
you
definitely.
can. Lavender will be here, of course. I mean, everybody. I'm gonna bring like all hands on deck for this one to talk about celebration and to get ready for that because it's gonna be a huge event. It's gonna be an absolutely huge event. So I know you're ready for it. I'm ready for it. Did you get tickets to celebration?
No, that's too expensive to fly to California, but I wish I could be there.
Yeah, me too. Me too. I mean, it was really funny because when Abby and I were doing this, we put in for a fan table, and it's
Mhm.
like, of course, we get it the 1 year that we're not going.
That sucks.
Yeah. But it's okay. It's okay because we are really really excited to just talk about Celebration, bring as
Yeah.
much content for Celebration as possible. Even though that we're not going to be there, we are going to. Oh, Ash, got tickets to Celebration, and I'm jelly.
I'm
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 jelly.
jealous too.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. Hopefully, the next couple of celebrations will still be stateside, so like
Yeah.
we can go in either next year or the year after, and
Yeah. I'm
go
gonna
from
try
there.
and go next year. I
Yeah,
gotta save up.
yeah, absolutely. Um, so there's that. But speaking of Celebration, let's get into the news real quick. Speaking of Celebration, we have some more guests confirmed here. Have you ever heard of a little show called The Mandalorian?
Ever heard of it?
No? Uh,
No.
it's uh it's only like the biggest thing that Disney Plus has ever had, and it's a I mean, you do have Disney Plus, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, we all give money to the mouse. I mean,
Oh yeah, all my money.
oh yeah, yeah, same here. Same here. Um But Star Wars Celebration, we have Giancarlo Esposito, Moff Gideon himself from The Mandalorian, is going to Star Wars Celebration. He was just announced for AwesomeCon in Washington D.C. as well, and it makes me want to go to AwesomeCon even more now. Um, we also have Jonas Sutomo, who was Chewbacca in the sequel trilogy as well as in Solo, when we were actually just talking about that movie. We also have Omed Abati, who was Dr. Pershing from The Mandalorian. And we have Daniel Logan, young Boba Fett from the Clone Wars and Attack of the Clones. And we also have Carrie Jones, who was Black Chrysanthemum in the Book of Boba Fett, and that's one dude I think I would want to meet in a heartbeat. Are you there, Aubrey? Okay, looks like we're having just a couple of technical difficulties here, but we will get Aubrey back here in just a little bit. Bow to the mouse. Yes, that is true. Everybody in chat, I hope that you are getting your top five prequel trilogy era. This is prequel trilogy era, so that can include Clone Wars and The Bad Batch. Your top five prequel trilogy era characters. We are going to be breaking those down in just a little bit. Let me see what is going on here with Aubrey, and then we will be right back. So just give me 1 second here, and we will be right back in just a minute. in? No, not starting soon. There we are. We're back. Lavender's here.
Yay. Hi.
Um, Lavender, how are you?
Laughs maniacally. I'm fine. How are you, Eric?
I'm okay. I'm all
It's been
right.
one of those days.
Yeah, it's been one of those weeks for me too. I just got to get through tomorrow, and then it's over for 2 days. But
Today was my Friday,
oh,
and it was
Cool.
amazing.
oh, I'm
So
glad.
I'm like, yeah, I don't have to go to bed early.
I know. Like after I get off this, I'm gonna have to like force myself to go to bed and then wake up at 3 in the morning. So that's gonna be so much fun.
Ooh.
So much fun.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Anyway, Zach in chat, you were asking what 5 things your top 5 prequel trilogy era characters, and you can include animated series as well. So you can include
Yay.
Clone Wars and Bad Batch and and an honorable mention. All right. So we are actually just talking about Star Wars Celebration guests and how they announced Giancarlo Esposito, Jonas Sutomo, uh, all sorts of people. But I think for the book nerds here, the best guests that they announced were the Luminous Five from the High Republic.
Absolutely. Now I'm sad I'm not going.
Yeah, me too. Me too. To be a fly on the wall of that panel,
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah.
Um, yes, I kind of want to find somebody that's going to Celebration and send them all of my High Republic books to get them autographed by the High Republic authors and get them
Yeah.
sent back to me. But then I know I would never read them again if I got them autographed.
Well, yeah, because then you don't want to touch them.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta hang them up or something.
Shadow boxes.
Oh, I
Yeah.
would put them in
I love
shadow
shadow
boxes.
box. Shadow box, like you open it to whatever page they autographed, you just put it in the
Yeah.
Mhm.
box, and then you never touch it again. And then you just listen to the audiobook version.
I mean, the audiobook version is good. It really is. Depending on which audiobook you're listening to, because I am having a little bit of trouble going through. I'm re-listening to A Test of Courage, and just like the narration's just a little bit off for me, but I think that's just me, probably. Um, but we also have Black Chrysanthemum coming to Celebration. Our buddy, our favorite Wookiee outside of
It
Chewbacca.
it wasn't a party until the Wookiees got invited, and now
Oh,
there's two of them.
oh man.
They're multiplying.
How
Yeah.
how many Trandoshans are going to get their arms ripped out of sockets at Star Wars Celebration? How many Trandoshan cosplayers, I should say, are going to get their arms ripped out of sockets at
Like
Celebration?
jokingly, like put it behind them for a picture
Oh
op.
my
Yeah.
god. That's
Yes,
amazing.
yes, that
I
would
don't know
be
that I've ever
awesome.
seen a Trandoshan cosplayer though. I'm
I
Uh,
sure
don't think I have.
there's
yeah,
got to be some Bosks out there at least.
I've seen Bosk, but like the
Yeah,
mask hasn't been that good.
we
Um,
need we need skier cosplays.
oh, oh, if there's a Skier cosplayer, I'm gonna be like, what happened to your arm, bro? I mean, you gotta be missing the arm. You gotta be missing the
That's
arm.
Oh
right.
yeah.
Yeah,
Or yeah, at least like in some stage of regrowth.
yeah, exactly. Or give him the Drinkier arm. Yeah. Anyway, High Republic spoilers. Sorry. Um, now
Yeah, I think
Aubrey's
all
like,
of the official art of skier has him armless, so I don't think that's a spoiler.
now,
No.
now Aubrey's like, I'm never reading the High Republic because you guys spoiled the one thing for me.
I'll
Um,
forget by tomorrow.
okay. I'll just message you to remind you. Hey, by the way, no, I'm not going to be that guy. Let's see here. Who else? We do have, um, let me go back to the article. Yes, so we do have Daniel Logan coming. We also have,
Maybe
I,
Boba.
yeah, a baby Boba. Then we have a few other people. Uh, Yeah, we have Margot Postolis, who was an Ewok in Return of the Jedi. Jet Lucas was Zet Jukasa from Attack of the Clones and Revenge of the Sith.
He's
Uh,
also, related to somebody that has something to do with that
hmm.
whole thing.
Hmm.
Oh yeah.
It's George Lucas's son.
Oh,
Really?
Yeah,
Jet
that was
Lucas.
he had the cameo as the Padawan that gets killed as Bail Organa is at the temple.
God, that poor kid.
Poor kid.
That poor
Yeah.
kid.
Then Bale's like, whoop, dip out of here in my sports car.
Just
um,
leaves them.
yeah,
Oh well.
yeah.
Sorry, dude.
We also have Orly Shoshan, who was Shak T in the prequel trilogy. Kevin
Ooh.
Thompson, who was the Ewok Chubray in Return of the Jedi. And then we have Tim Rose, who was an Admiral Akbar puppeteer. Not to mention, previous announced guests are Anthony Daniels, C3PO, Ian McDermott, Emperor Palpatine, and Ashley Eckstein. I don't know who she played at all
No
in
clue.
yeah,
No
no
idea.
clue. No clue. Um Out of all of these, I think Ashley is like the most fan favorite out of all of these actors so far.
Yeah.
Um and I'm not saying that there's nothing wrong with the guest list that they've announced. I just
I
think
mean, it
that
depends on who you're asking, because if
yeah.
you ask the book nerds, like, actually, no, I think there's a lot of crossover there. I think even the book nerds,
Yeah,
actually.
I'm sorry, but I'm hanging out with the High Republic peeps the entire weekend.
Yeah.
If I'm doing it, I'm hanging out with the High Republic's peeps the entire weekend. Um all of the authors, not just High Republic. All right. So I wish we were going. I wish we were all going.
Yeah.
Um
Me too.
but it's okay. It's okay. We're going to get to the next one and we are going to party and hang out with all of the nerds whenever we do go. So that is the plan. So let's move on here. Um, so we like books, we like cooking, we like food, don't we?
We love
100%.
food.
Yes, we love food. Did you know that they are releasing a Padawan cookbook?
I will
I
be buying
did.
that.
Same.
Yes. I still need to pick up the Life Day cookbook, but I want to pick this one up too.
It's so cute. And
It
like I
is.
have like a lot of parents are always asking for like cookbooks that are like actually kid friendly and not just like stuff that they can make for their kid.
Hmm.
Um so I think that this is going to be a really great addition to like family libraries. I know I'm definitely going to be like, hey guys, let's make this stuff. So I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah,
I
I
can
like
just convince my kids to make the stuff for me and then I just eat it.
there you
Yeah,
go.
that's a good idea. I like the simple cookbooks too.
Yeah,
I don't know. It's
Hmm.
just easier because when it gets too complicated, I like can't pay attention.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I like about like the Galaxy's Edge cookbook and
Hmm.
like the Wookie cookies was really really fun and simple.
This is
Uh,
the same author of Wookie Cookies, I believe.
yes, yes it
Yeah.
is. Yeah,
Jen Fujikawa.
yeah. Um, and it it's just great. I mean, why not try different recipes from a galaxy far far away
Oh yeah.
and
Yeah.
just you know experiment on them. Especially like if you're gonna do if you're going to celebrate Star Wars Day and have a bunch of people over, you might as well take some stuff from the Padawan cookbook.
Yeah, I was gonna say this is perfect for like parties and everything, especially if you
Hmm.
have, because like, the Galaxy's Edge cookbook is amazing. We
Yeah,
love in-universe food. However, if you're entertaining and you're just like having a party with like your fellow casual Star Wars fans, like
yeah,
they might not be into the Huttese lime pod gnocchi.
Yeah. We're gonna be
They
like,
might
what is
just
that?
want the TIE fighter that's made out of kiwi, Like
yeah.
it's cute, it's on theme, but it's not gonna turn anybody's palate, I guess. Like everyone's gonna like this stuff.
Or you want the Wookiee cookie.
Yeah. exa- Yeah, like, oh man, what is that? It almost looks like a lemon bar. but with
It
like coconut
does.
on top of it.
It really does. Zach asks, does that involve sliced Padawans? You, sir, can
Sliced
leave.
Padawan.
You, sir, can leave. Get
I
out.
hope not.
We don't talk about that, just like we don't talk about Bruno.
It's been 20 years since that scene, and it's still too soon.
I know.
I always hope it like doesn't happen. Like maybe he won't slaughter
Yeah.
the whole
Yeah,
temple.
yeah.
How
No, I
many
do
of
that too.
how many of us root against Anakin becoming Darth Vader? All of us.
All of us. Every last one.
Yeah. So that is going to be a fun book, especially for casual Star Wars fans. I know, like, my mom probably would not try anything from the Galaxy's Edge cookbook. She'd be like, "What's a Ronto wrap?"
That's when you just say this is a pork sandwich or something. Like
With
whatever.
coleslaw on top.
Yeah.
Yeah, like whatever because I know that they had to like de de Star Wars some of the
Oh
names
yeah.
because people were having a hard time. Like Tip Yip just became like Tip Yip in
Oh
quotations and then
yeah.
chicken. Like hot chicken Tip Yip. So people knew what it was.
What's the Andorian
Yeah.
tip yip? It's chicken.
It's chicken.
It
Just
Chicken.
read the
even
freaking
s-
menu.
yeah, it even
Chicken.
says it below the name. It's chicken.
But for those of us who or for the people out there that go to Disney parks and don't necessarily live and breathe Star Wars the same way that people like us do, they're like they just don't care. Like my dad is one of those people who like, what's a yob shrimp? Like
Yeah,
it's a shrimp. They just gave it a funny name.
it's just a
Like
shrimp.
Yeah. I feel like the blue milk's easy to follow along with though.
The
yeah,
the blue
That's
milk
that's
is.
simple.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The blue milk is, the green milk is, and even the popcorn is simple
Yeah.
enough to follow through.
yes.
It's when you get to the other stuff, and even the drinks at Oga's, people are like, "What's in this?"
A fuzzy
Mhm.
tauntaun.
Yeah, what's a fuzzy
Is there
tauntaun?
like are there any animals in here? Is
Yeah,
this vegetarian?
yeah, exactly. Is this gluten?
Yeah, it's gluten because gluten are all the bad things.
Yeah, exactly. Now drink your fuzzy tauntaun and shut up.
Make your mouth go numb a little bit.
Yeah.
Yep.
No, I mean, we went off on a tangent here, but it's worth it because we're talking about Star Wars food. So anyway, fried pork, sir. Once again, you can leave. You can leave. Anyway,
I wonder if the Wookiees are going to have a celebration dinner party with roast pork.
Not the porgs. They're so cute.
I
They are.
I really want to walk up to both Jonas Sutomo and and the other guy and just be
I
like,
love that.
you guys are cooking pork later, right? In your hotel room? Is that
Wait,
is
his
it
his. I can't put the wings over the eyes. He was going to hide, but it doesn't work.
that's the Galaxy's
Run
Edge one,
away.
right? Yeah. Yep.
Yep.
That is the one from the creature stall. Just real quick, Aubrey, have you been to Galaxy's Edge?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. I spend
Cool.
all my time there.
Ugh. I mean, that's the only thing I want to do at Hollywood Studios.
There's so much to look at. I feel like I could spend like 2 days there and not get bored.
Yeah,
Mhm.
exactly. Exactly. Anyway, so that book is coming out, and I will be picking that up. Let's see what day it is coming out. August 16th, you can get this book. I'm pretty sure you can get it at Amazon. You can also pre-order it through Barnes& and Noble, all of your local booksellers. You can also probably pick it up from the library.
Oh my goodness. Yeah,
Yeah,
probably. Reminds me I
yeah,
need to put that in my book order cart.
probably. But fried pork sounds delicious. Porgs are friends, not food.
Hmm.
Exactly.
Yeah. Um, God, bow to the mouse. So speaking of like nightlife and Oga's Cantina and everything, we had a piece from, actually Oga's did make this list. The top 7 coolest Star Wars night spots. These are bars and cantinas. So, number 1, of course, it's the cantina that started it all. It's Mos Eisley Cantina. Number 2, we have Maz Kanata's Castle. Number 3, we have the Kanto Casino. Number 4, Garza's Sanctuary, where we get to see our RX droids. Number 5, Oga's Cantina at Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. Number 6, the Outlander Club on Coruscant's lower level entertainment district.
Where
And
you
number
don't
7,
want to sell Obi-Wan some death sticks.
yes, this is where Death Stick Boy came in. And number 7, it's like Disney's like just teasing me that I can't do this thing.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll get invited one day.
Maybe we will get invited one day.
We can hope.
We can hope, yes. Number 7 is the Sublight Lounge on the Galactic Star Cruiser, the Halcyon, which is the 2-night immersive experience. So, your thoughts on this article? Let's go with Lavender, and then we'll go with Aubrey here. Lavender, your thoughts?
So from a marketing standpoint, I'm really surprised that Sublight Lounge wasn't number one to like entice people to empty their savings accounts.
Yes.
Like, no, you have to go to this place. Like, but I'm kind of glad that the regular folks like us, our bar of choice, Oga's, is higher on the list.
Yeah.
I just want to say my absolute favorite of these night spots. I love Oga's.
Yeah.
It's real. I've been there, and the drinks are good.
Yes.
Pricey, but good.
Yeah.
But no, I'm gonna say Kanto Casino would probably be number one on my list. Like, I want to go there so bad. It's a terrible place, but also like so fancy. I just want to go be bougie in Star Wars.
Yeah. Yeah, I get it. I totally get it. Aubrey.
So, I think my favorite place was the Mos Eisley Cantina. That'd be the one place I'd want to visit. Not Garth's Sanctuary, just because of what happened to it. I have to pass on that one, but yeah.
If there was any porgs in there, they are now fried.
Oh, you too?
Sorry, I had to.
I will say this about Garza's Sanctuary. The only reason why I'd want to go in there, besides RX droids, Max Rebo playing every friggin' night.
Yes.
Well, wait, now that Garza's is defunct and Jabba's Palace, I don't know that Boba's necessarily hiring entertainers. Like, he seems more serious. So maybe the Max Rebo band is going to start playing at Chalman's Spaceport Cantina, aka the Mos Eisley Cantina.
Maybe.
And maybe that's what elevated it to the number one status.
Maybe.
They've got the Rebo band now.
Yeah. Don't ever miss no gig, man.
No.
Secretly hoping Max Rebo is okay.
Yeah.
No, he is absolutely okay. He was out sick. He had a cough.
Yeah,
That's right.
he was out that day.
That.
Yeah, don't show him at all in that scene, so we know he's surviving. And he's in the Lego special.
Yeah. He
There we
is
go.
in the
He's
Lego
good.
special.
He's
in the holiday special, yes.
So like we know that he not only survived what happened to Gar's Sanctuary, like he's still kicking it post Rise of Skywalker. So
Yeah.
he's indestructible. Somehow Max Rebo returned.
Stop.
That's terrible.
I know.
That's awesome. The place, okay. I mean, I'm with you, Lavender, and Aubrey. I know that it holds a special place in your heart too. Oga's
Yeah.
is like the one place that should definitely be higher on the list.
Yeah.
In my opinion, I think it should be number one because it's number one in my heart.
Yeah.
And that place is just so incredible and just so I mean, you go in there and you know you're in a Star Wars cantina.
Yeah.
And it's not even Mos Eisley Cantina. It's not even the Kanto Casino or any of these other places. This is its own place, its own in-universe place, and it's I can't praise it enough. I mean, it is my favorite spot. Um, I would also love to go to Mos Eisley Cantina also just to visit the place that started it all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, I'm only going to that lower level Coruscant cantina if Death Stick Boy isn't there, and
Don't want me
two,
death
Elon
stick?
Sleaze Bagano. You know
I
what?
don't want him.
Spoiler alert, he's number one on my prequel trilogy characters list.
Is he really?
Really?
No.
Oh, okay. I
Mine's
was
Jar
gonna
Jar.
say yours is Jar Jar.
I'm kidding.
Oh,
No.
okay.
Uh,
I mean, I wouldn't be upset. I
But
really
yeah.
wouldn't be upset.
What I want to know though, okay, so I've never gone into Oga's and ordered more than like one drink because
Mhm.
like it's crazy expensive. But
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
if you have enough Jedi mind tricks, does that make you instantly want to go home and rethink your life?
I mean, oh God, I wish John was in this chat because he actually drank all of the drinks at Oga's or most of the drinks at Oga's
Oh no.
when he was there, like in November,
Was he
and
okay?
he was like he was he was pretty tipsy when he did the lightsaber building experience, apparently.
Probably made it more fun though.
Oh, he
Oh yeah.
did. He did. Because like he chose a red kyber crystal and like this kid's like, you're a Sith, you must die. And like John's just like, oh, okay.
Dang.
Yeah, well,
Like,
that kid chose violence.
yeah, that kid did choose violence. But John had like quite a few drinks at Oga's, and I mean, yeah, if they might, no, actually, if you have enough Jedi mind tricks, they try to convince you two things, okay? To either get an annual pass for $1,300 if you're not a Florida resident, or
Oh yeah.
number two, to spend $6,000 for the Star Cruiser.
That's the
You
time to do it.
will go board the Halcyon
Yeah,
after this drink. And
I
then
Okay.
will go
buy
board the.
more drinks at the sublight to
Yes.
forget how much money you just spent to get onto the Halcyon.
You know what
They
I
just want all
really
the adults drunk.
you know what I really want to do? I just want to be able to walk into the Sublight Lounge without
Yeah.
having to do the Halcyon Star Cruiser thing. Like, I just want to have a drink at this
Yeah.
lounge and just to see.
But no, the plebes, we just get Ogas.
I'm okay with Ogas,
I
and
am too.
I know the immersive experience has gone down, but it really hasn't to me. Like, it's
Oh no.
No.
still just as immersive. So, um, the moral of the story, kids, go to Oga's Cantina and enjoy adult beverages.
I just want to say rip to the best drink that they had though, because this was pre-COVID. They had actual breakfast hours where like you
That's
could go
right.
in and get like oatmeal and stuff.
Yep.
And they had this coffee that had it was called Spire Calf.
Yes.
And it's mentioned in a Rebels episode. Kanan and Hera
Oh.
are like drinking it and getting tipsy.
That's right.
It had like orange marmalade at the bottom of it and
Oh yeah.
like 151 rum in it, and it was like definitely not something you should be drinking with your breakfast at Disney World, but like it was so good.
It really
Maybe
is.
they'll bring it
Yeah,
back one day.
Maybe.
one of these days
Yeah.
it needs to. It was such a good drink.
I mean, if they can make alcoholic blue milk, then they can
Yeah,
bring this drink back.
Yeah.
they can. We need to start a petition.
All right, I'll co-sign.
Oh, yeah, I'll sign
Yes.
it too.
You
Yeah.
know what? I think it was personally a personal slate by Bob Chapek. That's exactly what it was. He was like, the coffee's too expensive. Nope, get rid of it.
Take it
The
away.
coffee's too expensive, but I'm gonna raise ticket prices and the
Yeah.
annual pass holder prices. Okay.
He's like, marmalade in your coffee? Like, people won't pay for that.
Oh, we've got Avengers Campus to think about. Anyway, I still want to go there too. But yes, more of the story, go to Oga's because it's amazing.
Mhm.
So we had that. Next, there's a little game coming out on Tuesday that none of us are excited for at all. I think it's personally going to be awful. And
Worst.
it's going to be the worst. It's another give money to the mouse situation.
Won't be getting my money.
No,
Nope.
exactly. You know. Anyway, Lego Star Wars The Skywalker Saga is about to hit on Tuesday. This is the biggest Lego game we have ever had. And it looks fantastic. It
It really
absolutely looks
does.
fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see the video where they show that like when you run around in like a sandy world, like your minifig gets sand on them?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I did see
uh,
that. And like if you go to Camino, like they get all wet and everything
yeah,
too. Yeah.
yeah. It's so much going into this game, and it's just like a glorified version of playing with Legos as a well. I was gonna say as a grown up, but like I guess this game is meant for kids or something. Might have just bought a second controller for my PS5 so that like the kids can play with me.
I don't build Legos.
No,
No.
Yeah, who does
I don't play
Legos
with
right now?
Legos.
I want that set just because it comes with Vi.
Here, I'll mail it to you.
But no, but you would take Vi because Vi
How do you know I would take Vi?
is one of your favorite characters.
She is one of my
You're
favorite
not going to part with her.
characters. No, you're exactly right.
Yeah.
No, you're right. Um, no, this game looks incredible. It just looks so much fun. Um, okay, so I have to ask the question here: where are you going to start when you get the game?
Mm. Prequels, probably.
Prequels, okay,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go in order.
Yeah,
okay,
chronological order.
that would be really cool. I think that would be interesting. Especially like with all the DLC coming out too. That's gonna like fill in the gaps and stuff. Yeah, I part of me wants to go original trilogy, but I might go prequel also.
Did you see who they put in this game?
Um, okay, I saw a lot of who they put in this game, but go ahead.
There, yeah.
Not Chopper, which is a crime,
Yeah,
but everybody else's favorite murder. The book readers, at least.
Mr. Bones.
Mr. Bones is in this freaking game. I,
Yes.
I saw that. I was just like, I was not expecting that at all. And they call Snap Wexley Tim Wexley, which I was also very surprised by. But yeah, we get Mr. Bones.
I love it. Real quick, going back to the cookbook thing, my brother-in-law Zach says his wife said the cookbook should include Padawan wontons.
Huh.
I got
It's
nothing.
horrible. I love it.
Lavender, you still there?
I think she froze.
Yeah, we have slight technical difficulties going on here, people, but just bear with us. I am so sorry. Yes, Mr. Bones is a huge win for book reader nerds and everything. I gotta tell you, us book readers, us prequel trilogy enthusiasts, we're eating good right now. I mean, we are eating very good. Matt actually made a custom Black Series figure of Mr. Bones. What? That's insane. Lavender, if you need to back out and come back in, if you need to. Yeah. Are you familiar with Mr. Bones, Aubrey?
I have no idea who that is.
Okay.
But he sounds cool.
So,
I was about to Google him real quick.
yeah, I mean, you can Google him, and if you want to, or I can talk to you about him. He was a reprogrammed battle droid that Snap Wexley from The Force Awakens reprogrammed when he was younger. And he's kind of a homicidal maniac.
Oh, like Chopper.
Yeah. As Lavender was saying, he's everybody else's favorite murder droid besides Chopper. Oh, speaking of which, hold on.
Mr. Bones. Okay, I found him.
Yeah. Yeah, he's pretty cool.
Okay. He was like a battle droid, and then they.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, he was a reprogrammed battle droid. Um, okay. Speaking of which, and I think Lavender saw this, but you may not have seen this. You love Chopper, right?
Yeah, 100%. My
Uh,
favorite murder droid.
okay.
Whoa, I made it back in.
Yay.
Yay!
Yay! My
So
internet just like randomly storm.
it's all good. Um, so our team member Maggie lives in Orlando, and she's on Batu whenever she can be. And a little while ago, they put these in Droid Depot. Maggie sent me one.
You got Chopper!
Yes.
It's everyone's favorite
I'm
murder
so
boy.
jealous. I'm gonna definitely buy him next time I'm in Galaxy's Edge because
Let me.
He's the most adorable little war criminal.
he is.
Okay, ready?
Yes.
And
I love it.
yes, he is. I love it.
He's wonderful.
Yes, he's my favorite little murder droid. If you've never watched Star Wars Rebels and you don't know who this is, go on Disney Plus and watch Star Wars Rebels after
It's
this show
amazing.
because it's amazing. And this little guy steals the show every single episode.
Mhm.
Especially, he was great in the Bad Batch too.
Oh yeah, he was.
Especially like when he's comforting Hera after the
Oh
stuff
yeah.
goes down with her parents. Like that's
It's like
so
before
good.
he has the kill count, he kind of
Yes,
he was nicer then.
but
I mean,
this
he's still nice to Hera. He's just
Yeah.
snarky to everybody.
yeah, but this little guy, do not walk by on a cliff or by a cliff with this guy because
Might bump into you a little bit.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Don't leave droid parts unattended nearby. He will
No.
steal them.
And he might throw them at you too.
Yes. Yeah.
But
Oh, and he
also,
absolutely curses.
oh yeah, but
Oh yeah,
also
yeah.
his middle thing detaches too, so you can actually stand him up.
Aw.
So like he can be with or without the wheel. I love this wheel so much. I
He's got
love
such a
this.
good swivel.
Yes, it is. It's such a great swivel. And yes, Zach, you're right. Chopper is such a badass. He really is. Hero of the rebellion right here.
Mhm.
Um, anyway,
He's the real MVP.
he is. But Lego Star Wars, there's so much DLC content coming out for this as well. We have Mandalorian content, Solo content, Rogue One content, um,
Bad Batch as well.
Bad Batch as well, which I still
Yeah.
think it's a crime that Omega is not included in that DLC.
Yeah. Same.
Yeah. Um,
We need Omega.
Omega. Teak.
Reeker.
Rika.
Hunter.
Hanta.
Yeah.
Gracia. Eco. Yes, the Bad Batch. Gotta love them.
Oh, you want my porg? Here.
Everybody loves the Porg. Everybody loves
Mhm.
them. That's like whenever I do go back to Galaxy's Edge, I'm just gonna buy a crap ton of Porgs for my brother-in-law's son, my nephew, just so that it's all over the house.
Nice.
You heard it here, Zach. Get ready, bud.
I need the big footed porg with the big eyes and the big, I mean, they always have big eyes, but I swear their eyes are even bigger. And then
Yeah,
they have the Ewoks too.
yeah.
I walk by every time and I'm like, I'm going to get that. I'm going to get that. And my husband's like, you don't need a stuffed animal. I'm like, yes, I do.
We can't have
It's that
enough.
Yeah, exactly.
one.
Um, also, if you are curious about what platforms Lego Star Wars Skywalker Saga is going to be on, well, once again, it releases on April 5th. Oh man, now I got to choose between that and MLB The Show. Um,
I'm just so glad we're finally seeing this game
oh, I
because
know.
it got delayed for so long that it almost seemed like they were going to cancel it, and there was
Yeah.
just nothing for the longest time. And I'm like, well, that's how that's going to go. And then all of a sudden it was like, hey, release date. So
Here we go. It comes out on Tuesday, this Tuesday, April 5th. It's going to be on Xbox One, Xbox Series X and S, PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, Nintendo Switch, and PC. So you have all of your platforms covered. Buy multiple copies of the game. If you want to play it on Nintendo Switch and play it on your Xbox, do it. I don't care. I know I'm going to
right
buy at
now,
least one copy. Go ahead.
I'm torn right now between, because we somehow we got a PS5,
Yeah.
and like obviously I want to get it for the newest system in the household because that makes the most sense. However, I feel like there would be a gaming monopoly on the PS5 then, in which I would never get to play Lego Skywalker Saga.
Yeah.
So like maybe I'll get it for the Switch so that way
Yeah.
I can like have, sit here like this with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
That's why I'm
just
getting it for the Switch. So I could like
yeah, because you
take
can
it
take it anywhere.
places.
Yeah. Yeah. And I was actually just about to bring up that point that both of you brought up. The portability of the Switch is perfect, and
Yeah.
especially for a game like that,
Mhm.
because it's one of those games that you can just play in small spurts, which the Switch
Yeah.
is great for doing.
Yes.
Um, Especially like if you're on an airplane or something, like just pull out your Nintendo Switch and go to town.
On your
Yeah.
plane, on the way to Celebration, playing
Yeah.
some Skywalker Saga.
What perfect way to kick off Celebration weekend than to
Yeah.
like go on like your 8th playthrough of Skywalker Saga um on the plane to Celebration.
I was on a train in New York a few years ago,
Mhm.
and the guy sitting next to me on one of trips back and forth because I like flew into the city and then had to like go upstate.
Mhm.
Anyway, he's like sitting there playing Switch, and I was like, "That's such a brilliant idea." He was like commuting from like somewhere from the city into the city to go to work, and just like he doesn't have to drive for his commute, so he sits there and plays Switch in the morning. I'm like, I want
Yeah.
that. I want to not have to drive myself to work, so I
Yeah.
can use that extra like hour for video games.
Exactly. Like who doesn't want to use that extra hour for video games?
Right?
Yeah. I mean, that's what I would do. Ash, thank you for joining us. We appreciate you. Thank you. Have a wonderful dinner, and I'll talk to you later. Um, yes, Switch. It's awesome. Get Skywalker Saga for it. Get it for your Xbox, your PC, and your PlayStation. Get it for everything. I'm sure that there's probably going to be an Alexa version at some point, probably.
Don't say that too loud; she'll hear you.
Yeah,
I know.
yeah. What's that about Skywalker Saga? No, don't order it.
Alexa, off.
Don't do it. Oh, and Pickle has shown up, but I'm not. I can't pick him up. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
He doesn't like to be picked up.
Pickle. I love that name.
Yeah, he's our new kitty.
Aw.
Anyway,
I get my hairless cat tomorrow. I'm so excited.
that's right. You do. That's awesome.
Yeah.
My daughter has just appeared, dressed like this.
Can we call her the Porg Queen?
Yes, she is the Porg Queen.
Yes.
Not to be confused with the Borg Queen.
No, no. Which is
Totally
another
different.
lovable franchise that we talk about.
Wait, should I wear the wig? Yeah. Okay.
Now you are the Porg Queen. What, buddy? What?
Erin says this is gonna get weird. Yeah.
There you go. I mean, it looks great. It looks fantastic.
It doesn't fit over the head so well.
Yeah. Yeah, not so much. Hi, buddy. Yes, I see you.
Oh.
Yes.
Our new cat also does not like to be picked up. Do it anyways. No.
What? Oh,
Show us
God.
Pickle.
I can't. He just
okay.
flopped over on the ground, though.
He refuses to be picked up.
Yeah. And now he wants me to scratch his stomach. I'm like, buddy, I'm in the middle of
Well,
a show here. I'm in the middle
at
of a
least
show,
he's not
bud.
stealing your pizza off your plate like my jerk cat.
I have a feeling that he might do that eventually. Anyway, so let's go back here to the news. We've got a preview of Bounty Hunters number 22. This is another Crimson Reign tie-in. Looks like some bounty hunters are under attack. That's pretty much what I'm getting from this. And that's it. Any thoughts on Bounty Hunters number 22?
I've been reading along, so
Yeah.
It's all good. I'm way behind on this book too. The art looks fantastic,
Mm.
and I'm sure that the story is a lot of fun. I've heard great things about the series, so um, I'll
wait,
eventually catch
wait,
up to it.
okay. I have one thing.
Yeah.
I'm flipping through it right now. Where did it go? I just need to say that I'm really loving the panel of Kira hanging out with the Knights of Ren.
Yep.
Also, Kira is our queen. Okay,
Yeah.
moving along.
She is.
Agreed.
Aubrey, any thoughts on Bounty Hunters?
I actually don't read a ton of the comics and stuff, but I love that Kira's in it.
Yep.
And the art looks amazing.
Yes, the art is
Yeah.
fantastic. Absolutely
No,
fantastic.
I need to start reading. I need to start this too. It's going on the list of like 1,000 things I gotta read.
It's okay. It's okay. We'll streamline a list for you.
I know. I need someone to do that. Like the best ones to like
Yeah.
ones I don't need to start right away.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But we can help you out with that at some point. Yeah.
Like the essential reading guide.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I need that.
It's like the Essential Legends collection, but this is going to be the Essential Canon collection for you.
We just have so many already.
Yeah,
Yeah, we
there's
do.
so much. It's
Yeah.
so hard to like know where to start and stuff.
Yeah, it
Mhm.
is. And especially with comics, like with comics, it
Yeah.
can be a little daunting, especially with how many times
Mhm.
they've rebooted the Darth Vader series
Yeah.
for
Yes.
Marvel. And as much
Getting
as they,
confused between like Star Wars 2015 and Star Wars 2020.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So it's just one of those things where you got to pick and choose like what you want to read. If you're going for comics, I'd start with Star Wars 2015 and probably Poe Dameron, honestly,
Yeah, I saw that.
and go from there. Because both of those books are fantastic. And if you like Charles Soule's writing, you'll love Poe Dameron,
Oh yeah.
and you'll love Star Wars 2020. And was it Vader 2018 that Charles Soule
Yeah.
did? Yeah,
Mhm.
and Charles
Yeah.
Soule's
Yeah.
Vader 2018.
I heard the Vader one was really good.
Yes,
Yes.
Charles Soule's Vader run is amazing, and Greg Pak's Vader run right now is incredible. So definitely check that out. So let's get to back-to-back Obi-Wan Kenobi news. So Mike Chen is writing a book called Brotherhood, in which we finally get to find out what that business on Cato Nemoidia was all those years ago. um, we got an excerpt from Brotherhood. This is due out in about a month. And or May 28th, I believe, is the street date.
I'll double check that.
Let's see here.
I feel like that sounds
It's
right.
yeah. I know it's
No,
soon.
May 10th. May 10th. So in about a
Okay.
month. Yeah. Um, take it away. Take it away. I'm not going to say anything about this other than I loved it.
It's really good.
Yeah.
I didn't read it because I want to read it all in context.
Okay.
Yeah.
I do know that the spoilers of the excerpt that this is where Obi-Wan meets Asajj Ventress, and
Yeah.
I'm just coming off of I just finished Dark Disciple 2 days ago, and
Love that book.
I'm like I'm here for I was already here for Brotherhood, and now that I know that Ventress is in it too, I'm like, yes, please hurry up. Isn't May yet?
Yeah.
Literally.
This book is going to be something completely different, I think. This is going to be another one of those intimate Star Wars stories that we got like with Dark Disciple and
You know,
Go ahead.
Mike Chen was asking on Twitter yesterday um, how people felt, and I didn't follow up to see what the result of this poll was, but he said he really wanted to sign it with his favorite quote from the book, which is also the very last line of the book, and he was
Mm.
like, I wonder if that would be like too spoilery or like if people would like that, and I was like, I don't know. Like, I mean, I guess you could just skip that first page and read the inscription later if you.
You could, um,
Yeah.
but then I'd be so curious to see what the last line of the book is.
Right. Yeah, like I used to do that when I was a kid. I used to go and like read the last page of a book
Yeah,
I
and
still
then
do
start
that.
it.
same here.
I try not to, but like every once in a while, I'm just like,
Yeah.
I need to
I'm
see
doing,
it. Am I gonna hurt at the
yeah.
end?
I know, like I'm too impatient. I just need to know what happens.
Hmm.
Yeah, that
I found
was
myself doing that for Fallen Star, and I was
yeah.
I was really mad
Yeah.
at myself for doing it.
I did the same thing and I was like, oh, dang. Well, my
Yeah.
feelings are gonna get hurt. So
Yeah, mine was my most recent one was with Midnight Horizon, and like the final chapter and
Hmm.
Yoda's quote at the end of the book, and I was
Yeah.
like, oh, this foreshadows a lot of where we're going in phase two.
Like like to save the future, we have to go back to the past or some. It was like
Yeah,
something of that nature.
yeah, it was in order to save the future, uh, we seek the answers of the past or something like that. It was.
I
God,
just had a thought though.
yeah.
What if this whole like High Republic going 150 years into the past thing is actually just that Yoda's gonna invent time travel?
Oh God. So this is where Christopher Lloyd comes in with the Mandalorian.
Yep.
Yoda, Yoda, you gotta go back.
Like, we're just like assuming all along that it's going to be a flashback, but then like they actually hit us with some Star Wars time travel.
Whatever you
Like,
do,
no,
whatever do you do, Yoda, don't interfere with your past self.
yes, no butterflies.
Yeah. I hope that doesn't happen. God, Lavender.
I hope it doesn't, but now I almost kind of hope it does, just to say I figured it out.
Called it.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll still read it. I'll still read it.
I posted on Facebook on it was like October of 2014, it was either 14 or 15. It was like right after they announced Rey's name. Like it was Daisy Ridley and the character's name. And I was like, calling it now, Rey Skywalker. I'm so proud of that
Yeah.
post.
Well, if you look at it in the table read, like she's right next to Leia in the table read
yeah.
photo.
Yeah.
So like right then I was like, she's involved
Makes
with
sense.
them
She's
somehow.
big.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's major.
Yeah. Um, so this excerpt, I got nothing else to say other than I'm excited for this book and I need it to be May 10th already.
I can't wait to talk Brotherhood spoilers after we read it.
Oh, I'm gonna highlight the hell out of this book.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I just got a new pack of Post-its.
Yep.
Yeah, I need to get the post-its. I can't highlight my books because it'll bother me.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I can see that. Yeah. But yeah, like I'm like this whole wall is just gonna be theories.
Strings connecting the
Yeah.
dots.
Okay. So this is what's
What
gonna
happened?
happen. Um, so let's move on to our second bit of Obi-Wan Kenobi news. If any of you have been living in exile in the deserts of Tatooine over the last week to a few months, there's a little known show called Obi-Wan Kenobi that is set to premiere in May. And okay, let's face it, we knew this was going to happen.
I was really surprised when they initially said May 25th as the release date.
Yeah.
I was like, it's the Wednesday before Celebration. Why don't they just release
Yeah.
it at Celebration?
Yeah. It's okay, buddy. Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
I'm sad, but I'm
yeah.
not surprised.
I mean, we talked about this though. We
Mhm.
we we talked about this where it's like you're a fool if you don't release this at Celebration.
Yeah.
You're a fool if you don't do this.
Mm.
Okay. So for those of you that don't know, Obi-Wan Kenobi is coming out on May 27th, the Friday during Celebration, which I got to tell you, it's going to feel great having Star Wars on Fridays again. Well, on
Oh
that
yeah.
Friday.
Just that week, yeah.
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 I think it does better on a Friday anyway, in my opinion.
I just realized I'm going to be out of town that weekend and not for Celebration, and does not bode well.
No,
That's painful.
that is painful. Well, you're in Spain without the S.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, but yeah, like we knew that this was going to happen. We knew they had something up their sleeves because you don't release this during Celebration weekend and not have Ewan McGregor and Hayden Christensen there.
Yeah, that would. And of course, like they haven't announced them as guests yet, which we all
I
know
feel
what's
like they're
happening.
gonna be there.
I
Like
mean,
there's going to be a Kenobi panel. There's going to be an Attack of the Clones 20th anniversary panel. Like,
yeah.
yeah, they're going to do
It just
that.
makes me more sad that I'm not gonna be there, but
Yeah. I mean, at this point, just announce Ewan McGregor,
yeah.
Hayden Christensen. You have Ian McDermott there already.
Natalie
You
Portman.
announced him.
Yeah.
Announce Natalie Portman. Have her come back because you know the fans will be happy to see her again. Bring
Yeah, Pedro
Ahmed.
Pascal.
Yeah. Bring Ahmed Best back for that.
Mhm.
I mean, just bring back everybody. You know they're going to try to get Tamora Morrison for this
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
as well.
I mean, if he's not going to be there for Boba Fett and Mandalorian stuff, anyways, like,
Yeah.
yeah, he
You
might end up being the busiest man at Celebration.
and you also have Daniel Logan announced too.
Yeah.
So why not? I mean, come on. You've got them there. Just announce the panel and announce them. Like,
We're
what are
gonna
you
wait till
waiting
like
for?
the last second to put
Yeah.
that out.
Maybe they want it to be like a big surprise.
I'm sorry, but it isn't a surprise.
Yeah.
Like the
Because
surprise that's not.
because they've already shown their hand with moving this 2 days later.
Mhm. Yeah.
Because you know that Thursday or that Friday they're showing both episodes at the convention.
Yeah.
Okay. The only thing though, like, if I was going to Celebration, I would be kind of pissed about that because,
Yeah.
like, I think it would be good to see both of those episodes on
Mm-hmm.
Wednesday, or even
Yeah.
just the first one on Wednesday.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just okay. Like, I get it that the movie theater experience for Star Wars is amazing, but
Yeah.
also like we've gotten kind of used to like watching it. We've gotten used to watching everything alone in our houses, and like no one interrupts me if I'm watching a show.
Yeah.
Like there's no random row behind me screaming, and
Yeah.
I'm sure there will be plenty of that. Like I only want to be interrupted by my own screaming.
Yeah, exactly. Or your own family screams or
Yeah,
what have you.
yeah.
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 And then we hit pause, and we all like process
Yeah. I just
unpause.
so you know Scotty J. Rowe, right?
Mhm.
From Bombadcast.
Yes.
I love this guy to death, especially because his reaction during the Rise of Skywalker trailer at Celebration Chicago is still one of my favorite things to watch because he is screaming at the top of his lungs. I wish I was going to Celebration just so I could hang out with Scotty to see him
See his
scream at the top
reactions.
of his lungs for Obi-Wan. Like, I just think it would be amazing. But yeah, you've shown your hand, Disney.
Mhm.
Just
Yeah.
I'm excited. We get 2 episodes. We get 2 episodes of this show. It's going to be incredible.
Like what, a quarter of the season over in one go?
I
Yeah,
know.
is it how many? 6 episodes?
It's 6
Is that what they said?
episodes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So a third of the season over in
Yeah.
one sitting.
But I will say this. It gives us 5 weeks to talk about Obi-Wan, not 6 weeks to
There you
talk
go.
about Obi-Wan.
That's true. I'm gonna fit some book stuff in there too.
Exactly. So, I mean, it's kind of nice because we don't have to I mean, it sounds really bad the way I'm wording this. Like, we don't have to spend so much time talking about Obi-Wan.
I mean, but we're always talking about Obi-Wan,
Yeah.
though.
We are always talking about Obi-Wan.
Skywalker Saga? No, Kenobi
No.
Saga.
Yeah.
Kenobi Saga.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just super excited for this show, and I hope like I know that they're gonna deliver. It's Deborah Chow. She delivered in her episodes of The
Oh, yeah.
Mandalorian.
It's
She's
amazing.
gonna deliver with this.
Andrew Stanton
Yes.
directing episode 5 or
Yes.
6.
He's directing episode 5. Or no, he
Yeah,
wrote
or
episode
wrote
5.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's of course responsible for all of the Pixar heartbreak. He's got Wally, Finding Nemo, Toy Story. I can't remember if he was involved with Up.
I think he's briefly involved with Up, and I think he directed Monsters U or Monsters Inc.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically, like, yeah. We're gonna be in Spain without the S.
Basically, it's
For that
gonna hurt my
episode.
feelings.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now I'm trying to decide if it's gonna hurt more or less than Dark Disciple just hurt.
I think it's going to be equal footing. But who knows? Ewan
Yeah.
McGregor is a fantastic actor, so be prepared to shed some tears, my friends. That's all I'm going to say about that.
I've been
Hug,
preparing myself to cry for a while about this
yeah.
show.
Hug your porgs, everybody. Hug your porgs. So that's happening. Anything else on Celebration or any of the news before we get into our fun topic for the night?
I don't think so. I think that we're
No.
good.
All right. You know what, Lavender? I've talked way too much this evening. So I'm actually going to let you take it away here with our main topic, which
Alright.
is what the top 5 prequel trilogy era characters
Yes.
with an honorable mention, right?
Yes.
Okay,
Although in my case, I think I gave 2 honorable mentions.
that's fine.
So I couldn't narrow it down. Do we want to rotate or go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5
we
and
can
rotate?
we can. It's up to you. What do you want to do?
Yeah, let's do round table.
Okay.
I think round table will be good.
Sounds good.
Okay. So each one of us shares our top 5.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. So yeah, share top 5 and then I'll pass it along.
Yeah.
I'll give a quick spiel about why. And I didn't do this with our book rankings, but I did do this here.
Okay.
I did list them in order.
Okay, that's fine.
So if you guys have them in order, cool. If not, whatever. It was just easier for me to do this one than it was the books.
Yes.
All right. So I'm going to do my honorable mentions first to get them out of the way. I'm going to go bottom up.
All right, cool.
Build the suspense, even though everyone probably already knows who mine is. All right. So with my honorable mentions, the first one is going to be Duchess Satine Kryze of Mandalore.
Ooh.
Because we're including the animated series from this time frame. I really, really love her storylines. I love what she was trying to accomplish. I think she's a great character and a great leader. I loved seeing her interact with Padme, so that Padme got some leadership experience from outside of her own sphere, like because Mandalore is obviously so vastly different from Naboo. But then you see Satine, who kind of wants to be more peaceful, like the Naboo. So that was a cool thing to see play off of, and also the Obi-Wan sitch. All right, my other honorable mention goes to one of those random characters that we didn't see enough of, and I always kind of hope that we'll see more of her in like animated projects. But I'm going to go with Sam Wessel, our changeling bounty hunter from episode 2. I remember her being like really hyped up in the promos for Attack of the Clones. But then of course we only see her on screen for, just that chase sequence. And this is where I give her credit because that chase sequence is like one of my favorites. like chase scenes in any movie. I just the banter that happens, and it leads us to the Outlander Lounge. So really, we have her to thank for Death Sticks Guy.
Yeah. Yeah. Awesome.
All right. If you would have asked me in 2002 where this person would have ranked on my list, he probably would have been number 1 or 2. But number 5, I'm going to go with Anakin Skywalker.
Okay.
I love him, but you know, he's there's those moments when I'm watching the prequels where I'm just like, Anakin, stop being stupid. And I like, it comes down to the Clone Wars too, and you're just like, hey, like Obi-Wan's telling you to do something for a reason, and I get that you think that you're smarter, but like maybe just trust other people for once.
Yeah.
Anakin, trust what?
What? Yeah.
Anakin, listen to directions. Yeah.
Impossible.
No.
I was just telling my husband the other day, I was like, because we started watching Clone Wars with the kids, and I was like, I feel like the Clone Wars is just one big series of everyone saying Anakin no and Anakin saying Anakin yes.
Pretty much.
And like I love that chaotic energy from him, but that's why he goes at number 5.
Yeah.
Number 4, and 2 days ago she would not have made my list, but number 4 is Asajj Ventress. I did not get into Clone Wars when it was coming out, but I saw like the like that really was it 2003, the animation, the
Yeah.
Tarkovsky one.
Yeah.
And I thought she was a really cool character, like just her concept and everything. And then she was in the Bounty Hunter game where you play as Jango Fett. She's like a boss at one point. So she always kind of had this like air of mystery to me. But reading about her whole redemption arc in Dark Disciple, and without getting too spoilery, her redemption and her little ship situation with Quinlan Voss. I was just like, oh, I really wish we would have seen this play out on screen. It was beautiful. I need to see more of both of them now. But yeah, I'm going with Ventress because she's a badass, and she rejects the darkness when she knows that it's time to.
Yeah.
Number 3, Ahsoka Tano.
Okay.
I think if it was just a Clone Wars list, like Ahsoka probably would have topped my list. But it's not. We've got other people characters here. So Ahsoka, I think probably everybody had this feeling that she was like a little bit grating at first. Because teenage girls can be grating. I love that she gets called Snips.
Yes.
I've started calling my 8-year-old Snips when she talks back to me now. Because it just fits so perfectly. But yeah, I love that we see so much growth from her time span. And she's one of the characters that kind of like ties everything together throughout all the different franchises going forward.
Yeah.
Because we even see her post Return of the Jedi. So
Yeah.
Number 2, it's Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Oh, of course.
Yes. I won't go too far into Obi-Wan because I feel like you guys probably have him on your list too. Our Uber Eats just got here.
Nice.
And number 1 on the list, my all-time favorite prequel trilogy character is Padme Amidala.
Okay.
She's everything that badass teenagers should aspire to be, and having her as that character at that time in my life was like it was great.
Yeah.
I love her, and she's got like the best closet of any Star Wars character ever. When I went to go see, I think I might have mentioned this before, but we went to go see the costume exhibit when it came to Florida.
Yeah.
And the way that they had it set up in our museum, like all of like the bottom floor was like all the characters. And then I was like remarking like, oh, I'm like really sad that there was only like 1 or 2 Padme dresses. Like they had her like red throne room gown and like I think her Geonosis outfit, and that was it. And I was like, I really thought there was gonna be more, and like I was really sad about it. And one of the curators like, oh, upstairs there's a whole room. And I like walked into this room and I like got goosebumps and like my eyes just started welling up. Yeah, it was magnificent. So,
That's awesome.
all right, I'm gonna cede my time on the floor now. Who
Okay.
wants to go next?
Aubrey, go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna start with my honorable mentions too. So I have Anakin. I love him. He's a great character, but since he blew up Alderaan, I had to put him in the honorable mention section.
we're holding him to that specific action.
Yep,
Yes.
Okay, okay, okay.
that one. That one. And then I have Rex. I just loved his character in the Clone Wars. Great
Mhm.
leader, amazing character. And then I have Ahsoka, just because, like, again, like growing up, she was someone for me to look up to. And I love her and Anakin's dynamic and stuff. And I have Qui Gon, perfect Jedi. Loved his character. I hope we see him again in Kenobi. I feel like we will.
Hmm.
Then I have Padme. Um, love her fashion sense, which was one of the reasons I chose her. She's an amazing character, Senator Queen. You know, great. Top of the list is Obi-Wan. Yeah.
Nice. Nice. All right. So for me, actually, a lot of these characters made this. So I'll go with my honorable mentions first. Uh, Aubrey, like you, I have Anakin Skywalker and Captain Rex right there in my honorable mentions. I, I mean, Anakin Skywalker. I love his character arc in Clone Wars, and it cements his character arc in the prequel trilogy, like even more because of like how much development we got with him in Clone Wars. Um, you are correct though, Lavender, with Clone Wars just being like Anakin, don't do that
Don't
thing,
do that.
and
I'm
he,
gonna
Just
do it.
ignores
yeah,
everyone.
he goes and does the thing, and then tells Ahsoka not to go and do the thing.
And then
Um,
surprised when she does the thing.
yeah, Yeah, he's like, you disobeyed me, and Ahsoka's like, well, you were just doing it, dumbass. Like,
You just disobeyed Obi-Wan, so
yeah. So I have Anakin Skywalker there. Captain Rex, who doesn't love this guy? I mean, he's just an incredible character and one of my favorite clones of all time. And just, I mean, I love his journey, especially seeing him through Clone Wars and Bad Batch and now Rebels, and just seeing like where he goes and just how
and
he
Return of the Jedi.
oh yeah, and he's in Return of the
Yes.
Jedi. Like I love that he's that guy in Return of the Jedi.
The bearded dude.
Yeah,
Hmm.
that was Nick Saint at one point. Yes, so Captain Rex is there. All right, so I'll go from the bottom up here. This is actually like no particular order, but I can see this being the particular order here. Uh, I have the Bad Batch. I love these clones. They're like a bunch of dudes that I just want to hang out with at Oga's Cantina and just chill. Because like Tech would find a way to like make it a drinking game or
Hmm.
something. Wrecker would probably start a bar fight at
Yeah.
Oga's. And you know what? I'd be there for it. I would be there for it, and I'd love it.
Join in a little bit.
Oh yeah, possibly. But yes, the Bad Batch is. They are some of my favorite animated characters, and I can't wait for season two.
Does that include
Announcing.
Omega?
Yeah, I mean,
Just yeah.
I will say this about Omega real quick. She was like Ahsoka for me, but in the middle of the first season, she was like Ahsoka in the beginning, like kind of just got on my nerves a little bit.
Mhm.
Like in the first part of the season, I was like, all right, she's not that bad. And it's like after she gets kidnapped, I'm like, you know what? I'm done with her for a while. And then like she keeps showing up, and I'm like, please just leave her on this planet for a while with Sid,
Go away.
just to like do their own thing. And then like I started to realize like how important to the squad she actually
Mhm.
really is.
Yeah.
So yes, that does include Omega. Let's see here. Number 4 is Ahsoka Tano. For all of the reasons all of you hit as well. She's just an amazing character, brave warrior. Uh, Ashley Eckstein is perfect as Ahsoka Tano. Still on the fence about Rosario Dawson. honestly.
Yeah.
But I love Ashley as Ahsoka, and love her book too. Her book is fantastic. So
Yeah, it's a good book.
yes. Number three, I have Padme Amidala. I love me some Padme as well. A lot of this comes from Clone Wars. Like Clone Wars really just cemented her for me as well. Because at first I was like, she's really annoying. Especially like in Attack of the Clones, she's really annoying, kind of.
And
Um, yeah, but she's gotten a lot better, and like through the two queens, Queen's Hope and or through all of the E.K. Johnston
Mhm.
novels, that's made it
Mhm.
better. Clone Wars, so I love Padme Amidala. Number two, I have Obi-Wan Kenobi as well. Uh, who who doesn't love sassy Obi-Wan Kenobi?
Mullet
Especially
Obi-Wan.
a mullet
Yes.
Obi-Wan.
Yeah, got the little hair.
Yeah, like twirly lightsaber stab the Acklay Obi-Wan
My favorite
Hmm.
part of Attack of the Clones.
because
I
he's
keep
just
looking for
so
that GIF and I can't find it anywhere.
I love that part too because he's just so done with everything. Like you can
Yeah.
just tell
Yeah.
at that moment he's like, I'm done. Like I don't want to do this anymore
Yeah.
today.
Like, I didn't
His
want
hair's
to kill
so
these
perfect though.
animals.
Yeah. Like like and then like when him and Anakin confront Dooku, like you can just tell Obi-Wan's just done
Hmm.
with Anakin's crap that day too. He's like,
Yeah.
Anakin,
dude,
no.
yeah,
Anakin, yes.
Anakin, no, I'm taking him right now. Like, and Obi-Wan's like,
Yep. And there goes Anakin's arm.
yeah, I was just about to
Cool.
say that. Like, and then when Yoda comes into Attack of the Clones, you can tell he's done with Anakin and Obi-Wan's crap that day too. So,
Yeah.
I love that Obi-Wan so much. I love the sarcasm. Also
Hope we
love
get a lot of that
the
in Brotherhood.
Oh,
Yeah.
number one for me is Qui-Gon Jinn. I loves me some Qui-Gon Jinn. Master and Apprentice really cemented Qui-Gon for me as like
Mhm.
one of my all-time favorite characters. He Han Solo was number one, but I think it might actually be Qui-Gon now as number one because he's so cool, and he's the most noble Jedi that you'll ever see in any of
Yeah.
the movies. He's the one that actually respects the Force for what it is,
Mhm.
and he's a father figure to Obi-Wan and to Anakin,
Yeah.
essentially. Dave Filoni really brought out a great thing about Qui-Gon, where he said if Qui-Gon had survived Duel of the Fates, Anakin would be a completely different person.
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely.
I was about to say, like, I wonder how it would have affected like Anakin's story.
Yeah, like Anakin would never have turned to the dark side if
Yeah.
Qui-Gon had survived Duel of the
Hmm.
Fates.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Um, I really hope we get him in Obi-Wan.
I think we will.
I'll be
Yeah.
really surprised if we don't.
Yeah. Like, as a Force ghost.
It's one of
I
those
feel like
things where they probably that was like one of the first things they probably filmed.
Yeah.
yeah. Maybe that
Put a-
picture when he's like in the cave or something.
yeah,
Yeah. Like
I
yeah,
like how that
uh,
that scene kind of echoes Obi-Wan in the cave talking to Qui-Gon during the Mortis arc.
yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
So,
exactly. Um, and if you brought Liam Neeson back for the Mortis arc, you can bring Liam Neeson back for this.
Yeah.
Um, they
definitely.
probably shoved a bag over his head or something to like take him to set. Just
Definitely not
Sorry
Liam
for the
Neeson.
cat
yeah,
interference.
yeah. This is just a Liam Neeson lookalike that
Right on the bag, not Liam Neeson.
yeah, yeah. I have a certain
Just
set of
like the
skills.
just like the guy who was definitely not Tamura Morrison, but
Oh yeah,
That's
like has
definitely
like
him.
his exact build and then
yeah.
the boots. I was like, yeah, sure, it's not.
Um, but yeah,
I have a shoulder tuka.
yes, you do. But yeah, I love Qui-Gon Jinn, and he's awesome. like I said, Master and Apprentice really cemented that for me, especially with their relationship.
Mhm.
Plus, Jonathan Davis has the best Qui-Gon impression of all time. If you listen to the
Yes, he
audiobook for
does.
that, he sounds exactly like Qui-Gon. It's uncanny like how close to Qui-Gon he sounds. So, um, I would also throw out another honorable mention is I would throw out Asajj as well. I would also say Count Dooku. Um,
Yeah,
yeah,
I didn't
because
think too much about the
Yeah.
villains.
yeah,
Oh yeah, I didn't think about that either.
I toyed with putting Maul on there, but I really, I don't.
Yeah.
I okay, listen, I love Darth Maul, but I think he's overrated now because of everything that we've seen him in.
Yeah, that's what it came down to for me. It was like
Yeah,
he's overrated.
yeah,
Yeah.
He's everywhere.
yeah. Don't get me wrong, like the way they've utilized him is so smart and so great. But yeah, I'm that Tuca is not wanting to let go.
No, she is not. There.
um,
Okay, goodbye.
but yeah, I will say that that and even Count Dooku really isn't a villain to me.
Yeah.
He's more of an anti-hero if anything.
Hmm.
And he's just in it for himself because he just wants to protect the people of his planet.
Mhm.
And he just wants
Yeah.
to protect the people of the Separatist Alliance.
Yeah, like he's involved, but you know that he's like it. The whole concept is like he buys into it. It's
Yeah,
not just like him doing it as like a Sith power play. Like
yeah,
he like believes in what he's fighting for.
yeah.
Yeah.
I
And
mean, there's the nefarious stuff happening as well, but
yeah,
like that's not his primary concern.
and he's the only character that really tells the truth in what's going on
Hmm.
to any main character. And like an idiot, the main characters are just like, no,
Don't listen. Yeah.
no.
No, it's a deception.
That's
Yeah,
like when Mace said he didn't trust Anakin, and everyone's like, ah, he's fine.
yeah. Yeah, Mace is like, I don't know about this guy. I don't know about this
Uh,
kid. And Yoda's like,
Yeah.
oh, he's harmless. He's just this kid that loves pod racing from Tatooine.
As not to get too far into Dark Disciple
Yeah,
here, but that was I noticed that too. I was mad at Mace throughout this book, but I was also like,
he's kind of right.
he's always right.
I know.
Like you don't want him to be like you want him to be like the a-hole that's just like,
Yeah.
yeah.
nope, we're not trusting anybody. And I'm like, he's got cause.
I mean, and if anybody is going to be done with anyone's crap, it's actually going to be Mace Windu, probably.
Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the BAMF himself.
Yes. Yes, that is true. Um, but yeah, so wow, those are our top 5 characters. Anybody want to add anything else? It looks like we're
Huh?
actually going to go below 2 hours tonight.
Oh my gosh.
I
I'll
know.
add Jar Jar to my list
I
of honorable mentions.
I
Just because he's funny. And I recently found out he became like a clown on Naboo or something
yeah.
after everything
Mhm.
happened, and it made me sad. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll give him a little mention.
I'll actually throw Jar Jar in there too. Clone Wars really redeems him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Clone Wars and then, our little Chuck Wendig interlude.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was depressing.
That was very depressing. But I love that he just takes right to that kid
Hmm.
and just like takes the kid under his wing and he's like, "Look, there's no shame in what I do. I just want to, you know, it, Jar Jar just wanted to bring joy to people
Yeah.
Hmm.
and he just wanted to make that kid laugh."
Yeah.
As much as I don't enjoy the Aftermath trilogy, I'm sorry. I I love that interlude though. I
Yeah.
absolutely love that interlude.
Mhm.
So, but he's the Sith Lord that's been behind it all. Actually, hasn't been
Darth
Palpatine.
Jar Jar.
Darth Jar
Yep.
Jar.
He's been the one pulling all the strings.
Yep.
Are we gonna get Darth Jar Jar in Lego Skywalker Saga? That
I
is a burning question.
I would love that.
That would be amazing.
You go to Exegol and it's not Palpatine, it's Jar Jar.
Somehow
It's
Jar
Lord
Jar
Jar Jar.
returned.
Yes, somehow Darth Jar Jar returns.
Yeah.
Yes, Jar Jar cloned Palpatine and cloned Snoke.
He was
You know
behind
what?
it all.
Yes.
Can I just say though that Darth Jar Jar being involved in cloning would probably explain the pickled Snoke jar.
It really would. It really would. It really would. And also it would explain the Bad Batch probably.
Probably. At least Wrecker.
It would explain Wrecker, yeah.
Reka.
Rika.
Reka.
We friend and I, which is my husband, we just watched Legend of Vox Machina, which I know has been discussed on the show previously.
Love
Uh,
that show.
but like as soon as Grog came on screen, I was like, it's Wrecker.
It really is.
Same guy, different font.
It really is. I I love. So speaking of Vox Machina, I love when Grog chops the one dude's hand off, and then like they get kicked out of the bar, and then Grog just makes like a giant middle finger out of this guy's hand, and then just like scratches his head and then throws it away.
Yep.
Like,
Oh my
that's
God.
all he does with his hand. It's great. It's so funny. I love Grog. Grog is Vox Machina's Wrecker, essentially. And Scanlan would kind of be Tech in a way,
Yeah.
a more raunchy version of Tech.
Far
Yeah.
raunchier.
Yeah. But yeah, so those are our top 5 characters. Wow, I can't believe we're under 2 hours tonight. Yeah, that's gonna be it for the show tonight. Anything else before we go?
I think so.
No, Aubrey?
No,
No.
no, I think I'm good.
Okay. So that's it, folks. I don't even know what we're going to talk about next week. We're going to figure out something.
See what we have Queen's Hope coming up.
Yeah.
We do have Queen's Hope. We could talk about that. Aubrey, are you going to read Queen's Hope?
Yeah. I think
Eventually?
I'm gonna put that book. Yeah, but I think I'm gonna put that book above the other ones just because I love the other two.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and read that one.
Cool.
Yeah.
Um,
It's a nice,
Mhm.
it's a quick read.
yeah.
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 I was surprised.
And that is the 5th also?
Yes, yeah, it comes out this Tuesday.
Okay,
And
cool.
the Lego game will be out too.
And
Yep.
I like it.
Talk about that.
We can talk about the Lego game. We can talk about Queen's Hope. We can do a non-spoiler review of Queen's Hope.
Mhm.
Yeah, and then we can rank all 3 books to see where they fall for us.
Sounds
If
good.
we wanted to do that, we could also rank the Handmaidens.
Yeah.
Look, I almost put, so I think the only reason I didn't put them on the list is you put Bad Batch on there, but I almost
Yeah.
put the Handmaidens as one of mine. And I was like, nah, I don't know if that counts because they're a group and like I can't pick one because I love them all.
I would have been okay with it.
I know. I talked myself out of it.
Hell, I put Alphabet Squadron as a character.
Yeah, that's true.
My thing. So for books,
All right, so squads count. Squads count.
yeah,
Here.
squads count. That's
Just
fine.
like not like 5 squads.
No. All right, so it's the 501st, the Bad Batch, Alphabet Squadron, Rogue Squadron, Rogue
Literally.
One.
Before we do go, I have to tell
Yeah.
you. So I had mentioned a couple of weeks ago that I had started watching Bad Batch with the kids.
Yeah.
And then I realized like there's so much stuff that's not going to make any sense to them because they have not seen Clone Wars.
Yeah.
So we put Bad Batch on hold. And last night or the night before, we watched episode 5 of season 1, Rookies.
Oh, yes.
And like both of their faces like lit up when they heard Echo, and they're like, "Echo? That Echo?"
Yep.
I'm like, "Yeah, that Echo."
Yeah.
So now they know his origin story, at least part of it.
Can I just say, Rookies is one of my favorite episodes of Clone
Such
Wars.
a good episode.
So good. Because of just how Yoda sees the clones and
Mhm.
how he pretty much tells
Yeah.
them, you need to embrace what makes you different.
Yeah.
And that's like one of the driving points of that show. So yeah, I think that's great that got excited because Echo's there. Like
Yeah.
that's awesome. So
They were more excited about, well, okay, so is there an echo in here
I
quote
love
from Bad
that.
Batch? Like that one totally got all of us. I was like, haha, like dad joke. Um, but no, like I don't think their ears have ever perked up as fast with the reference as like Echo being in this one. So it was great.
Yeah.
It's really fun to experience it again
Uh,
with them.
yeah. I remember introducing my wife to Clone Wars because she hadn't watched it, and like she started watching season 1 like while season 3 was airing.
Okay.
So like we got through like the first 2 seasons like middle of season 3. I was like I'm just going to wait for the DVD to hit because like as soon as the finale hits like the DVD is going to be released like the next
Yeah.
week. So I was like I'll just wait, and then like from there we just would binge watch Clone Wars together. And it was just so awesome just to see her just fall in love with these characters and just fall in love with um like sassy Obi-Wan and Rex and
Yeah.
Cody and all of them. Like she
If there's no
loves
Cody and Obi-Wan, we riot. We riot.
Yeah, I think it's gonna happen. I think it's gonna
Yeah.
happen. So
It's gonna be Cody or Rex, one of the two. It's gotta be.
I'm trying to think
Yeah.
now. I mean,
Why not both?
why not both?
Yeah.
I could
Just like
see,
keep Tamara Morrison getting that paycheck.
Right.
I could see Cody being in a flashback.
Mhm.
Hmm.
But I could see Rex showing up like on Tatooine or something because of
Yeah.
Rex's connection to Bail Organa.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And Obi-Wan's connection to Bail Organa. Like I could see that,
Hmm.
but yeah, Cody I think we'll probably see in a flashback, but that is it for us tonight. Lavender, go and eat your food.
I will.
Is that a boba tea?
It's a yeah, Thai tea boba, and
There
I
you
have
go.
some pho waiting for me.
All right. Well, go and eat. Aubrey, go to bed because I know that you're tired. I'm
I only yawned
exhausted.
like 80
Yeah, same here. I'm exhausted, but that is it for us this week. We will see you next week at 8 p.m. Eastern. Get ready for another fun episode. Thank you all for joining us. Thank you to chat. Thank you to our amazing community. Also, happy birthday, Depa Banana. Depa Balaba is my Star Wars mother. Connor, thank you. Happy birthday, buddy. And
Getting to experience it on Betsu for the first time. So
I
happy for him.
that's another thing like I wanted to bring up, but we can talk about that next week. It was just awesome just to see his reactions with being on
Yes.
Batu for the first time, and he's been there 2 days straight now. Like he cannot get enough of Batu, so
Nope.
that's awesome. Um, that's it for us. May you always fight for light in life. May the force always be with you, and remember, at the end of the day, we are all the Republic. Have a wonderful week, everybody. We'll see you next week. Bye.